Hey guys, welcome to Whole Lot of Nature. This is Cheyenne, and today we're gonna be making an indoor patio pond. I'll be putting aquatic plants as well as land plants. Let's see how it goes. So, I'm gonna start off with this tumbler here. I got this for cheap at a supermarket and it was good to go. I really like the look of it, so I decided I would make it in this. So first things first, I'm deciding the position of the patio pond. So I've decided to keep it in this corner of my room. So you can see me installing a light here. I am installing the light just in case the aquatic plants don't receive enough sunlight. So I'm just using a 12-watt LED for now. As you can figure out, I'm not going to be spending a lot on this project. It's going to be a budget friendly thing. I'm going to be using the things I already have and buy minimal materials from outside. So now that the light's fixed and going, let's go on to what kind of pots I'll be using in the project. So I found these 3 pots which fit the size I needed. Yes, I wanted to use all 3 as terracotta, but I couldn't find one, so I'm using a ceramic one instead. I don't think it's going to be much of a difference. So these 3 pots are going to be submerged inside the water, and I'm going to place them on top of this. You'll see ultimately how it turns out later on. Here I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to place the 3 pots on top of this and how I'll stick them together. Now that that's out of the way, let's get on to the things I'll be using. So I'll be using a little bit of spider wood for decoration. I'm gonna add these pebbles in the substrate or on top of the substrate so that it looks nice. Here is some lava rock which I don't think I end up using. Here is some leftover river sand I'm gonna be putting. Some academia to put in the substrate. This is the aquarium substrate I purchased. This is the activated charcoal. Here is some cinder I will be putting in the substrate. Here are some clay pellets or mica. So these 3 are for decoration purposes itself. You'll see later on. My cats love annoying me. Okay, here are the plants I'll be using. First comes first, the Brahmi or the pennyworth. It's a very popular plant to grow inside the pond, and it's very popular where I am from, and I would love to see this grow in my pond. I chose spider plant because it's easy to maintain and easy to grow, and I use a philodendron zandu, which I love. I love this plant. Now that all of that is out of the way, let's get to the building part. Okay, so there we go. We've finished building our patio pond. I'm right now adding a little bit of aquatic substrate to the bottom of the pond. As you can see, I have potted up the land plants with my own substrate, as you saw in the time lapse. I think that'll be a better alternative for like normal garden soil. I know I could have used Leica, but I felt like Leica would just float, and yeah, I was correct. You'll see later on in the video how after I added a lot of water, the Leica started floating up, and I had to remove a lot of them and change it up with a little bit of substrate. So yeah, mistakes happen. So here I've just put river sand on one side, and I'm adding a little bit of pebbles on the other side, and I've added these ceramic pots as decorations. I'm planning to put aquatic plants in them. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. So I've added the driftwood, and I'm now filling the water, and I'll be planting a few aquatic plants as the water gets filled. So let's see how it turns out, guys. So there we go, guys. I finally finished the patio pond, and I filled it up with water, and the fishes I chose to go with were guppies. So I've added two koi guppies. They were quite expensive, but yeah, I love how they look, and they're so happy in their new house. and I had bought a pair of the other guppies. They were just local guppies which looked really cool, but one of them jumped out, not from the patio pond but from the place where I was keeping them. I did a major mistake of getting the fishes before the tank was set up and build its own ecosystem. I really had to wait at least for a month before I bought the fish. That's a beginner mistake. So there's the finished product, guys. As you can see, I'm quite happy with how it turned out to look. I can't wait for the aquatic plants to grow. I want to add a few more. I will buy a couple later on. I will keep you guys updated. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video and hope you learned a lot of things from the video. If you're new around here, please subscribe. I made a lot of stuff on plants and I'm planning to make a lot more. And leave a like if you like the video, guys. It really helps me out. Stay tuned for more. Bye bye.